This is always just so much fun. All the anticipation right as we get right up to T0, just sitting here.
And the launch
Excited.
directories go for launch. So there we go.
For launch. Yippee skippy. 30 seconds.
Oh, I can see the water, I think.
Oh, is that the deluge?
Here we go.
And
There.
4, 3, 2. Ignition. Liftoff of Starlink 4-35.
Oop.
Oop. Nice positioning. And beautiful track.
We'll get the rumble here shortly. Look at it going into the clouds there.
Wow.
Wow.
So awesome. The light of the Falcon 9 just kind of gets as bright as the sun. It goes through those clouds. So pretty.
Good through max Q. I think that's now getting the sunlight from the sun. It's getting
The
from the
sunlight
sunlight.
from the sun.
Yeah.
Sunlight from a star.
As you can see, I'm not very bright.
Oh, jeez. Thanks, Alex.
I do love this part of the flight when like the plume is expanding from the decreasing pressure on the atmosphere.
Yep.
That's always gorgeous. Should be approaching Miko in 10 seconds. And Miko. And that's confirmation of ignition of the second stage MVAC engine.
And that is definitely the plume getting lit up there, wouldn't you say?
I'd say
Yeah, definitely.
It's not the same totally dark background that we see sometimes, but that is definite plume expansion right there.
And the fairings.
Look at that. Oh, Thomas,
That's
good
gorgeous.
job.
That's pretty awesome.
Wow. Look at that jellyfish. With the fairings. My goodness.
Like flying in formation now.
It's a UFO. Look out.
Yeah, right.
Actually, it's
Oh
not
my God.
unidentified. It's Starlink 435.
That's just the
fact that-
Go ahead,
The
Julia.
fact that I can see this with my own eyes, what you guys are seeing zoomed in, is absolutely bonkers.
Thrusters.
Wow. Thrusters.
Look,
on.
we're-
Yeah, yeah. Look at that. Whoa.
Starting to get some thruster
Whoa.
firings.
Look at that. Wow.
That is so cool.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
As they just said on the stream, those fairing halves, one of them is flying today for a 5th time and the other for a 4th time. So that's a lot of flights already.
Those fairings know what they're about.
How many
Yeah.
of these dots are firing thrusters?
I
Well,
think
there should be
Well-
3 of them.
there should be three
Three,
dots.
because yeah, fairings have thrusters too.
Yeah.
Like looking at it, I almost I could have swore that I saw
Look at the
multiple
exhaust.
dots firing thrusters. Yeah.
Yep. The crazy thing is they have a landing zone area to get to as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I bet you Thomas is going to be able to reacquire this when it comes out of the cloud. So we're going to keep watching right here. This is interesting. I'll keep watching on that. Here is the view actually from SpaceX, but I want to keep an eye on Thomas's so we can see that from the ground. We've seen this before, like the SpaceX thing with, okay, there's an engine, there's some grid fins. That's fantastic, right? I really want to see if Thomas can reacquire those.
No pressure, Thomas. But the entire
pressure.
stream's depending on you.
Yeah, we're all counting on you.
I'm looking.
Just that one cloud there. What
Like
a
the
cool
booster
launch
has.
to see.
Yeah. I mean, these Twilight launches are always awesome. And now the comeback of the booster, now it's gonna be the reverse. It's gonna come from sunlight to darkness, and it's gonna come with all those, like all the plasma and all the bits flying and everything. If they keep the views, that should be awesome. And oh
Yeah.
my god,
Thomas has got it back, and are those the fairings?
yeah, that should be
Yeah.
them.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the fairings calling. Yeah.
Thomas.
Look at
That
that.
is great. Whoa.
Oh, okay. Thomas is telling me, you guys, that's actually stage 1.
So are those two fairings in stage 1?
Oh, right.
That's what
Yeah.
he's saying. Thumbs up. That's it, Das.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the second stage will have the exhaust plume, I guess. Yeah, it's the one at the bottom. That's the first stage. Oh, can you imagine if we see the entry
Look at
burn?
that. This cloud
Oh,
may
cloud.
ruin our day here.
Let's
Oh,
hope.
wow.
Let's cross our fingers.
And we may, like, sometimes you'll get a little slot under the cloud or it'll come out through that. Y'all, this is really interesting.
Should
Like,
be
to be
any
able to
time.
see that so far downrange. I'm keeping an eye for the drone ship landing and stuff. Don't worry. They're coming up on entry burn, though, right now, it looks like. I hope people aren't screaming, like, oh my gosh, show the engine that you've seen 15,000 times because, Starlink launches. I'm just really curious. Here, okay, here, fine. Here's the engine. And if I see Thomas get the bright light of the entry burn, we're going to swap right back over to it. Bam! Look at that.
There you go.
Oh, just for a second above those clouds off in the distance. And now it's on the
Nice.
far side of those clouds. So here's the SpaceX feed of the entry burn.
See, but if the clouds weren't there, we will have seen it. Because Thomas is a pro.
So there is that entry burn shutdown. As it continues on its way down to the drone ship here.
Yeah, it should be coming down in about a minute or so. That should be the landing burn with one single
Wow.
engine, the center engine.
Yeah. Maybe too many clouds over there on the far horizon from the Space Coast, but I've got a couple cameras pointed out wide that way, and we're keeping an eye on them.
I mean, if the cameras can see the landing, I'm gonna start believing flare earthers. Oh man! Oh, look at that! Look at that lightning. Like not
Isn't
not
that
lightning,
cool?
as in the illumination. There you go.
Yep.
The light
So-
conditions.
Coming up on the landing burn, a couple things at once. The Seco and landing right next to each other, but we'll see if we see a little spark way off in the distance of that landing burn. We may not, because that's looking through a lot of places where clouds like to form.
I can see. I think I can see the light of the drone ship through the.
Yeah.
Yep.
Me too.
Yep.
There's the landing burn. Right through a cloud. That's so cool.
Jeez.
This rock solid video. Wow.
There's the drone ship.
There's the drone ship. Yep. What?
And
No way. Another perfect
What?
landing on a short.
Nailed
fall.
it.
It's us.
easy.
Excellent.
Congratulations,
Oh,
SpaceX.
so pretty.
Wow.
Look at that ship rock. Wow. That's an impressive
Yeah.
landing for how much that ship is rocking right now, guys.
Look at the horizon, Julia.
It's beautiful.
I mean, Julia saw it first. She's the one that drew my attention to it. But, yo, look at the horizon, the sunset in the background moving up and down. That's because the drone ship is rolling with the waves out there in the Atlantic.
That's cool. I love that view.
Oh, here's some
And
Starlinks.
yep, I just heard that they have confirmed good orbit and everything is happy and nice up there.
Well, I'm happy and nice down here because that was a beautiful launch.
Nice.
That was definitely something I don't remember seeing here before. The fairings that clearly on the way down, that was super cool.
Yeah. That was amazing to see all 4 dots. Like, sometimes we see 2 dots, right? You've got the second stage that's continuing on its way out on the mission, and then the first stage is coming in for a landing. And the fairings, we know they come off, but they're not visible for very long most of the time. And this time, you could really see the 4 distinct pieces of the system: the booster, the second stage continuing on its way to orbit with Starlink satellites on it, and then the 2 fairings all coming down independently. That was a really great check, Thomas. Good job.
Yes.
I'm
Thank
super
you.
proud of Thomas. That
Me too.
reminds me also, like, when we watch launches with rocket boosters that deploy, we get kind of a dance like that, but how unique are the fairings?
Yeah. So we've ended up on my favorite shot here today.
Wow. So I've just seen a comment from someone that just basically sent me a picture from New Jersey.
Okay.
They have seen these launch all the way that north.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Launch. I'm updating the ticker, so it says Falcon 9 has launched the Starlink 435 mission
Yeah.
with 52
has.
internet satellites.
And sometimes we get asked, why don't you keep, streaming and everything, the satellite? SpaceX doesn't really cover that anymore with the Starlink because that's like,
Yeah.
that's the boring part. And,
Yeah.
if you want to see us streaming that, just, satellite fun.
They also
We
don't
stream it
always
from a
actually
satellite.
have. They don't also always have ground station coverage for the exact deploy time. So the upper stage autonomously deploys the satellites, and then the next time the whole group of spacecraft pass over a ground station, they confirm that they've separated. So it doesn't
Right.
make sense to wait around. But yeah, so we'll just give you an empty launch pad for now.
Empty launch pads are the best launch pads. Well, I guess.
Well-
recently emptied launch pads. How about that?
Yeah. Still warm, but empty launch pads. How's that?
Yes. Still a little bit of a. What did Julie say? Rocket poop?
Yes, I think that's what Julia said.
Also,
I'm not.
I just remembered that this is the 69th consecutive landing of a Falcon 9 booster in a row since the last failure of a landing.
I
So
was
that's
gonna
very
say-
nice.
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 Yeah.
69.
Somebody
Very
had to
nice.
say nice.
Nice. Oh boy. Okay, well we have had an awesome coverage here. Man, Thomas is tracking. Doss's switching was, I guess, passable, but definitely
Nick.
Thomas's.
You know they won't let you out of this mountain alive. When those doors open, they'll shoot on sight. You know that.
What? Someone inside the elevator hit the emergency stop.
Get those doors open. Get him. What's about time? Give me a hand here.
Charlie, what the hell's going on? I don't have a clue, Colonel. But she's hurt bad. We have to get her to the infirmary.